Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's video where we are going to be talking about Zoom meeting etiquette. That's right. Zoom, baby. So, what is etiquette? Well, etiquette is a customary code of polite behavior or behaviors in society or in a group setting. I think of it as just using good manners, such as please and thank you, which that never gets old, kids. But here's the deal. Practicing etiquette or manners is a lot easier to do when you're in person, when you're in that group, when you're next to each other. Why? Well, you can look at the person, you can read their facial cues or body language. There's natural pauses in the conversation, so you know when to take a turn. You're in close proximity. I mean, for example, how many of you have ever had in the middle of school when you're talking to your neighbor and all of a sudden it's really quiet and you realize or you get that feeling that the teacher's right there looking at you and you know that, oops, you were supposed to be paying attention, but you weren't? It's really easy to be like, oh, sorry, right? Practicing etiquette, I think, is easier to do in person. Now, the trouble is now we've been distance learning for the last few weeks. And practicing those manners, that etiquette, is a little bit trickier. I mean, we've been using these Zoom meetings and Loom meetings and whatever. But when you're on Zoom, have you ever had someone like you're trying to say something and people are talking over you? Like three or four people are all talking at the same time and it just sounds like garbled up garbage? Yeah, me too. Have you ever had the meeting freeze in the middle of either what you were saying or while you were listening to someone else? It happens to me too. What about people who come to the meeting late? You're in the middle of talking about something, but then you have to stop everything you were doing and restate the whole thing, and you can't ever get into a flow. And then here's one. What about people that the chat bar is going and someone's chatting about Pokemon or saying something goofy while a presenter is trying to teach something or someone's trying to share something? Like I said, the etiquette is a little bit harder to practice, it feels. So we've come up with some rules or guidelines for us to practice and put into play while we're distance learning, while we're Zooming. And the simplest of that is being on time. Don't come late to the meetings. And when you come to the meetings, be prepared. Write down a question you have or something you want to talk about. Have your materials ready so when you do get a turn, you can be heard. Having an adult nearby can help too. And I know that's not always possible, but the adult can help you with any technical issues you're having. Meeting in a comfortable place like the kitchen, living room, so you're not up and moving around all the time. Turning on your video. Having your microphone muted when you're not speaking until it's your turn to talk. And if you want to talk, maybe raising your hand. So, if you have motion, your video will pop on and your teacher or whoever's leading the meeting can call on you. Not typing about Pokemon or what music group or anything else while someone is presenting. Those are all great ways of being respectful. Not to be funny, but being respectful to help our meetings. Hey, I think if we practice these rules and these guidelines, our Zoom meetings can become more useful and more meaningful. And you're going to have an opportunity in the weeks to come to do some small group work with students. And I think taking turns and using that etiquette is going to be important for us to get the work done that we need to. So until we meet again, good luck. We miss you guys. Let's practice these rules, and I'll put this PDF onto your learning plan too so we have it. Take care, everybody.